Cryptocurrency candlestick charts. If you follow any news on cryptocurrency trading, you will have probably heard of something called candlesticks or candles for sure. But what exactly is this candlestick and how does it help you trade better? In today's lesson, we will find out just that. So let's first understand what exactly is cryptocurrency candlestick charts. Candlestick charts are used by traders to represent the price evolution of an asset, which in this case would be cryptocurrency. In other words, a candlestick chart in cryptocurrency is basically a type of graph जिसमें आपको fluctuating prices दिखते हैं of a given currency. And on seeing the activity, you get to understand कि वो cryptocurrency कैसा perform कर रही है over a given period of time, which could be years, months or even days. किसी भी न्यूकमर के लिए इन्हें पढ़ना और एनालाइज करना मुश्किल हो सकता है, but the fact of the matter is कि it provides you much more information than a line chart. When it comes to investing, mostly people go with their guts या जो advice उनके peers देते हैं and they invest in those currencies. This strategy works in the beginning, but in the long term, you might want to rely on your own knowledge and skills about the market. इसीलिए it is very important to be able to read these cryptocurrency candlestick charts. So, let's dive right into it and ये समझते हैं कि इन्हें कैसे पढ़ा जाता है. A candlestick chart shows you the opening and closing price of a cryptocurrency, much like a stock, along with the highs and the lows उस particular time frame में. But you need to know कि what exactly does that represent. So, एक cryptocurrency किस value पे trade कर रही थी 6 months ago and how much is it trading for today is what you can read on a candlestick chart of that currency. Let's take a Bitcoin for example. Now, let's understand the structure of a candlestick chart. Any candlestick chart is supposed to have 4 basic elements: opening price, closing price, highest price, and lowest price. But before we get into that, let's understand what the 2 different colors, red and green, on these charts and what do they mean. जब एक candle red होती है, it means that the closing price was lower than the opening price, which means that the asset decreased during the trading period. And if it is green, it means that the closing price was higher than the opening price and the asset's value or the particular cryptocurrency's value has basically increased. So, now that the colors are clear, let's move on to the elements of this chart. Starting with the opening price, which is that price point जिस पे वो particular asset opened up for trade. जिस particular time frame में आप ये देख रहे हैं, which again could be months, days, weeks or years. For example, if you are looking at the performance of a cryptocurrency पिछले एक दिन में, then the opening price becomes the price at which it was trading at the beginning of the 24 hours. If the price goes up, the candle turns green, and similarly, it turns red when the price decreases. उसके बाद आता है closing price, which is exactly what the name suggests. The price at the end of those 24 hours जिस पे वो asset close हुआ. और इस case में, if this price is above the opening price, the candle will be green, or else it will be red. When you look at a chart, the most visible part of a candlestick is called the body. The body basically shows you the price range between the opening price and the closing price over a certain period of time, like 1 week. लेकिन जैसे कि हमने मेंशन किया, it can also represent 1 month, 1 day or 1 hour, depending on the settings in the trading chart you are viewing. So, after opening price and closing price, let's move on to the 2 remaining elements of a candlestick chart. The third element in the structure is the highest price, which is exactly what the name suggests. The highest value at which a currency or asset has traded during the particular time frame, and parallelly the lowest price becomes the lowest traded price of that particular currency in the said time frame. Lekin you need to know that a currency may have various highs and lows, but ज़रूरी नहीं कि वो उस वैल्यू पर ही क्लोज करे. वो किसी भी पॉइंट पे हाई जाके ड्रॉप कर सकती है and it may end up closing at a very different price altogether. So, just to sum it up, कोई भी करेंसी का ओपनिंग एंड क्लोजिंग प्राइस इज द वैल्यू जिस पे वो उस पर्टिकुलर टाइम फ्रेम में ट्रेड करना शुरू या बंद करती है. एंड योर हाइज एंड लोज आर द एक्सट्रीम वैल्यूज in that time frame. Besides this, there are 2 additional lines on a candlestick, which are also called wicks, or sometimes they are also known as shadows or trails. But what are these wicks? Wicks are the lines that shows the asset's highest and lowest price points over the duration of the candlestick period. If the wick above a red candle is short, this means the trade opened near the high of the day. Similarly, if the wick above a green candle is short, it means the currency closed near the high of the day. Opening and closing prices are the lowest and highest when there is no wick to keep track of them. The wick basically takes you to the extremes of how the price moved within that time frame. So, that has been the lesson for the day. But you are now one step closer to becoming a cryptocurrency pro. And don't forget, the candlestick chart requires training to decipher, lekin knowing the complex terms behind these patterns is the first step in making an informed decision जब आप cryptocurrency जैसी volatile market में trade कर रहे हो. In the next lesson, we will talk about understanding the values of cryptocurrencies over time. So, stay tuned.